Hello, hello, and welcome back to Cities Skylines with Splatt. In our last episode, we put in this unique factory district with 3 new moneymakers. Off camera, I've built up our oil industry to provide some resources for these factories, but in today's episode, we're going to be asking, are you not amused? Let's put in an amusement park. Let's get on it. We've got some extra land behind our metro station, and I want to use this to build an amusement park. So let's take a closer look and figure out how we want to do this. We're going to put our amusement park right here in this square, and if it needs to, it's going to expand over to the square over there. I'll just put some walk paths that go over the highway, and we can have amusement park on both sides. So we're going to have to paint this in and get started. Okay, got our park painted in. Now we just go here to the Parks tab. We come over here to the amusement park and we decide what kind of entrance do we want to have. Do we want to have a small entrance or do we want to have an amusement park main gate? I'm thinking amusement park main gate. Before we do that, I don't want to have the main gate just coming right off this road. I actually want to put a little road that goes up. We're going to pull a little access road off, and I actually want to build in some parking and things like that. So that people have a place to stay for the amusement park. So I'm thinking the amusement park is definitely going to expand over into this area eventually. So let me see if I can pull something together here to get exactly what I'm looking for. I think I'm just going to pull this up. And I want to give myself enough space to put a big parking lot in here. So let me see what size that is, so I know what I want to do. Do I want to do the 40 meter or the 50? I think I want to do the 58, and I want to put it in here. We're going to leave a little bit of grass between there so we can put like some trees and things. I want to go something like that, which means I'm going to need to bring my one-way road out to maybe here, come over, and then let people go back in right there. Move it mod a little bit. Okay, that looks straight. All right, that does. So let's grab this and squeeze it on out to here. Perfect. That should do it. And then we can just bring the entrance to the parking lot down from this end over to here for people to get in and out. Let's drop in our markings. And we got ourselves some parking, and we'll come through and decorate that later. Okay, so now we're gonna go in here. We're gonna find our large amusement park gate, and I think that's gonna go right in here in the middle, but I'm gonna go super crazy. And instead of putting it on that, I'm gonna grab these pedestrians and I'm gonna put it on a zonable boardwalk. I think that would be kind of a fun way to do this. And we're going to come out like this, and then we're going to take our large amusement park entrance and we're going to put it right there. And now, yeah, and now we have, and so we can put like some trees and things in here and we can get people to come in. Let's pick some plants that we want to use to replace the trees on here. I'm thinking like a very, very low to the ground tropical looking thing. I don't want to have big tall palm trees here. What about blue agave? What does that look like? What do those look like? Those are bizarre looking. I don't think that's what I want. Aloe vera? Maybe. What about banana trees? Yeah, now we're talking. That's about the right height that I was looking for. All right, so we got some banana trees. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's start building our amusement park. What do we got here? Okay, so let's take a look at what we got. We got side entrances, side gates. All right, so we have amusement park plaza, cafe, souvenirs, restrooms, game booths. These are like little modular things that we can use to make circles, and a carousel, and then a bunch of other props. Okay, we're gonna have to build this thing up first to get it to grow. Let's just pull that out for here. Yeah, like so. Okay, so when you go to an amusement park, you always have souvenir shops near the entrance. At least that's been my experience. We're gonna put a couple of souvenir shops right there, just on the inside of that. Yeah, and you wanna have restrooms close by. Do we have any cafes or anything like that, or is it just, all right, not yet. Well, let's grab a plaza. We're gonna put a plaza in over there. First, I wanna do this. There we go. And now we can grab the plaza, because I didn't want to put the plaza like right up against the thing. I wanted to kind of put it. Okay, so now we got to make sure that we get these to actually line up. Zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Shift, 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 shift. Line up, please. Line up, please. And then we're going to grab this thing and we're just going to pick up all of this. Pick it all. And we're going to adjust it just a hair. Yes. All right. Because we're going to put like a bunch of the little props and things right here in this area. And in fact, we're just going to get rid of these for now. We don't need those. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. And then another thing that I wanted to put in here, I have these really cool little assets that I picked up they're called flowery passages. And I think these would be really cool assets to add into our amusement park, just to give it a little bit of a natural feel. I like, because what you can do is you take these things and you put them in like so, and they destroy your pathway. That was kind of neat. Here, how about you not destroy my pathway this time? And this time it just lines up on my pathway. I know I'm kind of demanding and all that, but that's what I would like. There you go. And these actually become walkways that people can go through to get to different places. I used a bunch, let me just show you real quick. I used these actually over here by the train station, like so, and you can actually butt them up against each other to make these walkways that people go through. Put one over here for people to travel through to get underneath the train. It's kind of neat. And then there's like these over here with the topiary trees, kind of a neat design. So I want to play around with those and see if I can get some of those put in and decide if it's going to work with the whole amusement park theme or not. For now, I'm okay with that. Got a game booth, carousel. Let's carousel over here. It's down. I will move it, mod this stuff around a little bit. I remember when this game first came out and we had to play it without the Move It mod. We call those the sad, dark days. Days before civilization. We had to walk uphill in the snow, both ways to and from school, and actually had to like figure out ways to put things where we wanted them just using snapping tools. It was horrible, horrible. Put a bathroom in, bathroom. I've never been to an amusement park that has these red and blue like tiles. I don't understand the thinking behind it. The game is made by Europeans, so maybe in Europe, is this like what they do? I've never been to an amusement park in Europe. Maybe if anybody's watching it from Europe and you know a little better than I do, could you tell me if that's the case? Because it's kind of bizarre to me that they would use these like colorful walkways. But hey, anyway, whatever. And now we're going to make a game area. And can we fit that right in here? I betcha we could, like that. And like that. Nah, we'll use the painter tool and we'll just put some concrete in. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, that'll work. I like it. We'll do the same thing over here and we'll put some planters in with some trees, like that. Okay, and let's put in our cafe, which is going to go over here a bit. And what I want to do with the cafe, so one of my favorite amusement parks in the entire world, and this probably tells you a lot about my personality and the kind of person that I am, but one of my favorite amusement parks in the entire world, my family loves it, is the amusement park Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri in the United States. And the reason we love it so much is because not only is it a cool amusement park with roller coasters and rides and shows and music and stuff for the kids, but we love it because it's built in the middle of the Ozark Mountains. And instead of like just flattening out the trees and everything, they try to incorporate as much of the natural topography of the mountain into their amusement park. And so all of the walkways are extraordinarily shaded and it's just so pleasant to walk around. There's lots of natural, beautiful areas to sit in and eat. And one of the areas in the park where you have several food stalls all in one place. There's like a waterfall there with shaded groves and benches and things and places to sit down and munch. And so what I'm thinking here is to try to make something in a similar fashion for the cafe. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna find some trees. Now I wanna keep the tropical theme going because we're here by the seaside, and we went ahead and did the banana trees out front and everything like that. So I'm gonna come in here and look at some of the tropical stuff that I have available. And let's see if we can make this still look kind of shaded and lovely. I like these big ferns. These are kind of cool. I don't think I want to put this necessarily on grass. I picked up some different terraining assets that I want to try, and I'm trying to remember where those were. Were those in up here? Are they in here with the props? With these circles, these are kind of cool. Here? Yes, here we go. Sand, gravel, pavement, oil, ruined. Let's play with the sand. If I were to do sand, what would that look like? Maybe bring in like some boardwalk props just to make it look a little bit more attractive. Is the sand weird? Like, eating on sand probably isn't a great idea, but I like the idea of just giving it a different texture. Like, what about the gravel? Oh, that's ugly. Or, what does ore look like? Nope. Oil. Nope. What do I think of this? This is kind of odd. Do I have any boardwalk? What kind of pathways do I have? This would be all right. This garden path. Taking the sand out. Taking the sand out. Don't want the sand. It's not what I'm looking for. Not the effect I want. I do like that particular model, so we're gonna work with that. I'm gonna scoot that over. Oh, too far. Let's bring this over. Did I get it wrong? Close enough. Then maybe I could paint in pavement here and do some stuff in the front. But then around back, have like tables and things set up in the grass and trees and whatnot, make it beautiful. And this up here could be like where people could line up for their food or get their condiments and stuff like that. So let's see what kind of trees we got. Something tropical. What are the road trees? Let's go the coconut trees. And we're just gonna go for some random patterns here because I want this to look kind of natural. Nice, and then we're gonna get that lantana that I liked. Lantana blooms, and those are gonna go in here. The lantana is kind of a tropical thing. I live on a tropical island, and there is lantana everywhere. It looks a little different than this, but it is lantana. Okay, we got those benches, we got these. Yes. We're just gonna start sticking these things in, and I like the idea of being able to kind of eat in the shade. Wherever you want. All right. Do we have any trash cans? Do I have to go find trash cans from somewhere else? And now we're gonna put some planters in. These amazing things, which I love so much. Wood, brick, or concrete? Let's go wood. And I don't want... there we go. I don't want the ones with the trees in them because we already got the palm trees. So we've got enough height, I think. This is just going to add a little bit of depth, a little bit of texture to the build so that it's not all just tall trees and flat grass. This is going to put a little extra something in the area. I wish it didn't have the concrete around it, but that's just what happens. So let me see if I can't. Okay, you gotta go. See if I can't kind of sort that out a little bit. I like that. Even put, I can right there, just to, there we go. Okay. So would you eat here? I would eat here. And what can we put in front of it? Let's put cotton candy. I like cotton candy. There we go. Yeah. Cool. I'm happy with that. Very happy. So we've got a little place for people to eat. We've got a little garden here. We've got that. I'm going to come through here with the coconut trees, and we're going to see about making this a little more shaded and attractive. And so let me just go through and add a little bit more of the trees and things just to make this look a little more fun. And I will be back with you guys shortly. Indeed, we now have an amusement park. I've got a parking lot put in. We've got some trees surrounding it, some things to kind of soften it up a little bit. We've got this boardwalk that leads up to the entrance to the park. People can go in. And as this grows, we'll unlock more things for people to do. But we've got ourselves a plaza. We've got ourselves a merry-go-round. Got ourselves bathrooms. Got ourselves a little cafe with a place to sit and stuff. I need to finish decorating this out, and we're going to be all done. So let's just quickly grab some tables to put in here. I like mixing in the red and the green. I think it gives kind of a neat little color angle to it, and it kind of softens up some of the corners here. We've got all these trees put in, and we are definitely going to be expanding later. So don't worry if it looks a little bare right now. I have plans for making this whole thing filled in and awesome. So the only thing left to do is to let it run for a while and see what people like. Also, I need some ideas for a name for this park. So the name of the city is Odyssey, and we've been kind of going with like a Greek mythology kind of theme. I've been trying to pick names out of Greek mythology, and I'm kind of pulling a blank here. And if anybody has a good recommendation for a name for our amusement park, I would love to hear it. That would be awesome. So I'm gonna let this thing run for a while, and we'll come back and add more things once it levels up. All right, so if we look at that, we have gotten up to level 3, and we need to start adding in some more parts to our amusement park to get the entertainment value up so that we can continue to grow. I'm not worried about getting enough visitors, we just gotta get our entertainment value up. So let's see what we've unlocked so far. Pause it here. All right, so now we have a piggy train, rotating teacups, a swinging boat, a house of horrors, and some bumper cars. Let's get those put in. We're gonna grow this way, I think. Now, I had a really cool idea for something that we could do to make this park a little more interesting. I want to put in a pond because you know me, I love my water features. So we are going to take our brush strength down to absolute minimum. We're gonna bring the brush size up a little bit, and we're just gonna come in here and we're just going to drop in a little water feature. Good, got a water feature. Well, let's pause the game again so we don't flood everything. And let's start putting in more pathways so we can get our amusement park developed up. Beautiful. And let's put our piggy train in right there. Beautiful. Teacups right here. That house of horrors. I think I want to put, let's bring our pathway. I had to put in these little boardwalks here because I forgot that this garden thing needs road access, not path access, but I think it looks okay. Let's bring our path. We shall put a house of horrors in. Horrors shall go here. That's just horrible. Swinging boats. See if we can get away with putting our boat ride in here without messing up my pond. Yeah, something like that. Boat ride's gonna go in there, and these do not open up until we get a bigger area. So what is our last thing? Bumper cars. Well, how big are those? Those would look beautiful right in here. Okay, and let's just start putting in some extra pathways and kind of wrap all this up. And here is where we use a different kind of path, and we're ready to start putting in some trees around our pond and decorate that up a bit. So let's do that. And we'll turn this bobby on. Let's see if I can get some umbrellas. There we go. Cool. And I think we can even squeeze another restaurant in here. All right, let's see what kind of chairs we have. Do we have any? I wonder if we have any like pool chairs. Or I might have to go get some. Oh, look at that. We do have pool chairs. We got deck chairs. I like that look. Got the park assets put in, so it kind of blends in, kind of connects. Let's put a fence around this thing because currently the highway is kind of in a dangerous place. I think I'm actually going to put the zoo wall up to actually create kind of an actual visual separation from the road. I like using the zoo wall for that. So there, that actually puts a bit of a separation between the amusement park and the rest of that area. So we can probably do a roller coaster over here. We can do some other stuff there. We'll let this thing run for a while and we'll see how we're doing. I like the way our amusement park is coming along. I would come here, I would play here. I think it's going to be a blast. Let's let it run, get up to 5 stars, see what happens next. It would appear that our amusement park has hit level 5. So that means we have unlocked a lot of new stuff that we get to put in to finish things off. Let's get started on that. So I'm going to pause the game. Now, one thing I had to do is I had that little garden walkthrough thing that I put in, and I had to actually replace it with an amusement park pathway, followed up by adding in some trees and things, and these amazing, beautiful planters by Avanya up on the Steam Workshop. They are little parks that you can put in wherever you want, and they come with trees or they come with no trees. I absolutely love these things, and I've been using them everywhere. He's also created these little network fence things that you can put in that work just like fencing, and you can actually change out the trees in these things just like you can on the roads with whatever tree you want. And so I absolutely adore these things. These things are amazing. We have amazing content creators that keep providing us with brand new toys to play with, and I'm so grateful for everything that they continue to do. So we have unlocked a roller coaster, we have unlocked a Ferris wheel, we have unlocked a pendulum ride, we have unlocked a drop tower ride, and we are ready to put these things in. I wanted to try and fit the roller coaster over here, but when I built this whole thing, I ended up misjudging how much space we were going to need, and I don't want to move my little water feature with my pond and stuff, so that is not going to fit. I think the roller coaster is going to have to go over here, and we're going to have to take that fence out and build it closer to the highway and maybe have it extend out past the parking lot just a little bit, but that's okay. The tower drop ride, I think, is going to fit right here in this little corner, and that's going to stick up and give us some nice height to our amusement park. It's going to be great. I thought we could fit the Ferris wheel in over here, and that way when you get off of the metro and you come in and you start walking, you see the big Ferris wheel sticking up and it screams amusement park is right here. So we can put that Ferris wheel here, and we can also put the pendulum ride in here as well and give some height to our park. So let's get the roller coaster put in first. So I'm going to take this fencing out. We'll put some more in later, and then we'll grab the roller coaster. Yeah, and I think we need to expand this out actually to get everything to fit where we want it. So I'm going to bring this out like that. We're going to snap those in there. I'll come back and do a little bit more decorating in here later. Grab our roller coaster, and that is going to go beautifully right there. And we'll come in and put some fences in around it. Go ahead and do that now. I like to use the zoo fence, like I said before, because it actually blocks off the view of what's happening. So we're gonna zoo fence this puppy in. Okay, and we'll come back in here and we'll put in some bushes and things to fill that out. All right, let's grab our next goodie. This guy right here, he's gonna just go right there. Lovely. We need to bring in some paths. We are gonna have a path here because our Ferris wheel is going to hook into that. And we're going to use our Move It mod to bring it this way just a little bit. Get out straighter so it looks nicer. Bend that up a little bit. Okay, there we go. And then we can bring in our pendulum ride and put it on here as well, like so. Straighten that out, move this around a little bit. Probably should have just made this straight to begin with, but I like to make things difficult for myself. There we go. That is going to complete all of the assets that we have for an amusement park, and it's going to make this thing amazing and beautiful. So let me go through and do a little bit of final detailing touch-up, and I think we're about ready to call this thing good. I'll go through, do some detailing, we'll do that in a time lapse, and then we'll see where we're at after that. All right, so we are done detailing out and installing our amusement park. We went ahead and put the Ferris wheel in and the pendulum ride in over here, and we went ahead, I continued the sand theme over into this area with some palm trees and some fencing to kind of finish that up. And we go around the corner and we have this little path here, and I constructed using these little industrial gate props that I had with the zoo fencing. And I created kind of a maintenance area back here in the back with some sheds, and I forgot to turn that into a historical building. Let's see what that's upgrading into. That's... It's a surprise, guys. Let's open the package and see what it is. Well, isn't that just annoying? It's the Williams. Let me fix that. I'll be right back. And we're back. That now has historical landmark status, and that will not happen again. All right, so we made, like I said, a little maintenance area back here with some outbuildings for the staff to use and some storage. And then over here, I also created another one of these little industrial gate areas with the fence to stop people from getting in. And then over here, there's like a little sidewalk that leads back to the staff area with a little chain link fence and an area that blocks it off. I think that kind of adds to the whole feel of the place with the maintenance building. So we've got our tower ride here with a great view overlooking the city, gets people's attention from the highway as they're coming in. And then over here, as you come in on the metro and you come in on the highway, you will see the roller coaster built in. And I left that fairly plain because I imagine there's not going to be a whole lot of detailing around a roller coaster just for safety reasons. I went ahead and expanded this area out a little bit because you remember we moved this path over for the roller coaster, and I just put in some more of these amazing assets from Avanya that I went ahead and replaced with these little plumeria yellow trees to continue that bright and colorful feel. I really like our amusement park, and I think this is a great addition to our city. And can you imagine, you come in on a boat. Okay, take your time, guys. Everybody line up. No reason to push. Gonna have to figure this one out. You come in on your boat, you get off the boat, and you've got all this amazing touristy area here, but you just walk down the road a little ways. You go to the fish market if you want to get some fish. You come down here, and there is this amazing amusement park for you to enjoy and get a thrill out of. If you come off of the metro, you walk out, and this is the beautiful sight that you behold up ahead. You've got this amazing looking Ferris wheel right here, and you know that if you head right on up this sidewalk like all these people are doing, you get to come to our amazing amusement park. I really like it. Our amusement park still doesn't have a name, so if you have an idea for a good name that's kind of Greek mythology based, I would really appreciate it. But all in all, I am super happy with how that turned out. And yep, that is really starting to bring this whole area together. Love it, love it, love it some more. Well, that's gonna do it today for our amusement park build. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really got a kick out of detailing this thing out, and I'm so grateful for some of the assets that we have available on the Steam Workshop from the different contributors, and I'm really grateful for the fun assets that come from the developers themselves. I will put some links down below for some of the different things that I used, and you can feel free to go check those out. And also down below, you will find a link to my YouTube short with a time lapse of developing my oil industry that is feeding some of the new unique factories that I showed at the beginning of this clip. So check out those links below. That's all we have time for today. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.